I don't know why K2 is overdue. It is not overdue.
Which lights were retrofitted?
Yeah.
Just out there?
One was, well, actually, one was above the desk and the two was out in front of the desk. It was bulbs out.
And right in front of my door.
Did they, so they put like LEDs in with an LED ballast then?
No.
There is no.
There is no ballast.
They're hot wires.
He just takes the ballast out and hot wires them and puts the other bulbs in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Way to save it, Nicole.
So that is the lawn mowing bill and the sexton bill. I'd say we're probably pretty close to dangerously done. Well, I might have to mow my lawn one more time, I don't know.
And I know the cemetery was a C, I believe.
I think we subtracted two, were they
Nations.
foundations? But we haven't got paid for that.
What would that be?
At the end, I think is where we subtracted.
One foundation, one burial.
Okay.
We weren't paid for cremation burial. Because I brought the other foundation check in from the funeral home. And they have assured that they were coming to pay, which I find interesting. So it says here 813.
Well, after they subtracted those two from it.
I guess we'll have to be a little less efficient. You don't get buried unless you pay. That's all. And the township can explain, that's our policy.
You got one of those ones?
No, I brought this one here.
Oh, okay.
So what is the Brissette? Interestingly, it's the Brissette, the military marker that disappeared. What was the other name?
Harder.
That's it.
There's
Did
one.
you do that?
Got one?
Yeah. And the other one was harder.
Mhm.
Okay. This one is 330, 34. Toners or paper or $330.34.
For samples. We should be for that. So that was for the electrical inspector's license for $350 to bring in his license. Was that divided between ourselves and the other township he works for?
No, he has them pay for a different license.
A different one.
That was those sticks that you were talking about the other night. So we needed ink, that's what the bulk of our expense was.
Well, but Bill's license renewal was put on Franklin's, right?
That's a
But-
different thing.
I don't see it on here. I see $980.30 for office supplies. Shouldn't that come out of a different account? Should it come out of the 249 account?
Oh, yes. I was gonna do that when I was going through, and apparently I missed it when I sorted them. I had it in my mind, and
It
I'll
happens.
go in and change it.
So 350 of that balance comes out of the 249 account.
That comes out of the building account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was $350.
Bill's was $119.98, wasn't it?
What,
Or is that more?
no, it's 350.
$350.
I mean, I'm just looking over your shoulder.
No, this is this one. No, I'm trying to understand all the flash drives. Here's two at $59.99 each.
That's a 1 terabyte.
I understand that.
32 gigabyte. I just put.
That takes a terabyte per week per recording. I know exactly the story, so it could take as much as 4 terabytes for a single month.
That's where I got it from. That's for the fire department.
Is the camera on the building still on continuous record? Or is it back to motion?
No, it supposedly is on continuous. But it's still the
Actually,
veterans.
it doesn't need to be on. It's supposed to be for the ballot box,
Mhm.
what the state paid for, so really, it's a moot point that it's on right now.
Yeah.
We turned it on though because the questions for safety is what I was hearing.
No, it was on for the ballot.
It was on for the ballot box, but the reason we were also getting a security system, the individual said they'd like to see it for safety as well. To know who came and left.
Oh, you mean to spy on everybody to see when they're here?
Actually, Melissa was the one that said that she thought we should have cameras for safety. So it's not about spying,
But it only shows the door.
shows who comes in. So if something bad happened in the building, you'd know who it was that did it. It wasn't nothing about spying.
Good for. is not, did I
That
have two
was-
bills? Did I have two bills?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say Griffin's,
It's right there.
missing a bill there.
Thanks, Bill.
Oh.
That's Bill's electrical inspector's meeting.
Okay, so this one is for the cemetery, and the one underneath it is
The
where
back.
where we did the back, yeah.
Yep.
So it says here that this annual meeting is in Frankenmuth, but then it shows Doubletree Bay City as the lodging place.
No, that was for a different meeting.
Oh,
Frankenmuth is where the annual meeting is.
okay. Is he intending to stay overnight for this?
Yes,
But it's not booked yet.
it's booked but not billed yet.
Okay. Oh, that won't quit, did ya?
So that's where Gary signed for that invoice right there, that you just blew off there. Right?
This is for Menards,
Yeah,
right here,
Wow.
5879.
he left the rebated thing attached this time.
Yeah, we need to take this and keep that in an envelope, and you can submit that 3 times a year, and they'll send us vouchers. You don't have to send it every month. It doesn't matter what the it doesn't matter what the rebate form says. You send them 3 times a year, and that's what we do with our business, and they send us a voucher. Businesses do it that way. They won't decline your rebate, even though it says you're supposed to do it for a set time. They won't decline it.
The Firemen's Association.
Okay.
There's another bill with that one.
Yeah,
Firemen's Association?
but I don't see it.
It's the next page. Oh, the last page is just that.
No,
No.
it's just tax
It's the
return.
second page. It's $100.
No, yeah.
So that makes it 328.33. Bingo. Well, no,
Yeah, 328.33 there.
yeah. We have to get a handicap accessible toilet at the scenic point, because that was part of what is required by the grant that came from the DNR from the state of Michigan.
We gotta make sure though, that Fraser Township will pay $100 a month.
That's not the issue.
I-
Because Fraser already told me, I met Galis out there when the stones were delivered, and he already said to me, they know that that's a 50/50, and he was the one that said that has to be handicapped, because that's the law. Otherwise, they can take that grant money and bill it back to both townships.
So it's $200 a month.
Yeah.
For a handicap.
Yeah.
And we're gonna decide how we're gonna hold it to the ground. Because in the map, you saw where they were gonna put the toilet.
The only place you can hold that to the ground is you take that right to the end of the guardrail, and that's where you can actually anchor it to where the guardrail parking space is.
That's not where it shows on the blueprint
No, it shows it out there, and the only other thing to do, when he and I were there, is we go and we have a backhoe come, they drive a pole in like we did, right over by the flagpole, and upon driving that pole in the ground, we can then lock the latrine down so that one, the northeast winds can't tip it over, and two, not only it won't tip it over, but nobody can steal it.
So did Fraser Township approve paying $100 a month then instead of 50?
This is still a $50 one, we didn't change it yet.
Right, but
They're
I'm
waiting.
just saying.
They're just-
I'll go talk to Galis.
There's just a call is all we need for them to bring out a handicap one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but I
sent-
don't wanna get stuck with the other money, because they already owe us
Well,
money.
that's still by court order that it's split, right? But
It's
courtesy.
a signed contract between two governmental bodies, it's 50-50 expense on that point.
Well, I don't know if it's a signed contract or not.
Yeah, it
Court
was,
order.
But
because when
the
the
court
land was,
order is just for the fence. That fence along the edge.
in order to put the flagpole in 2000, most townships had to sign a document permitting it, because it is a 50-50 contractual obligation from when the road commission signed the property over. And it was to be joint. They weren't giving it to Fraser and they weren't giving it to us.
Trash bill,
Says here, did I miss a bill? $59 for batteries.
oh,
No, trash bills first.
no, it didn't. Oh, yeah.
Recovery fee.
That was the batteries that I recharged. Something Brooker bill.
Yep.
You feel confident Republic's gonna remove that 215? I know it's been kind of a thing before.
Yeah, they have every month.
No, I got the thing from, well, they said she didn't want me to print it. We got the thing from Amy Hoffman that she removed it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know if it's been removed from the account yet, but she said she took care of it on an email.
We don't pay it.
But you gotta send it to them every month
Okay.
Yeah.
to tell them to fix it.
You would think after this many times, they would just leave it off.
Well, I know Amy has said that she's taken care of it 2 or 3 times, and I said, well, it's still on here.
Mhm.
I see something on here that brings pause. So when are we gonna be told that we're being sued?
Yep.
Is that not important enough to communicate that?
It's in your agenda. No, it ain't in the agenda.
No.
I'm reading this bill and it says we're
Because we're
being,
not taking care of it.
that's irrelevant. Legal matters are to be shared with the Board of Trustees. This isn't a monarchy.
And I came in and went to the attorneys, and then we sent it to the insurance company. And they're taking care of it.
kind of the things that help to make things more cohesive.
This is the new equipment. It's a half a bill up front to get it ordered. And then they're planning on putting it in December 6th, I think.
Probably about the same time Fraser's getting their new equipment. So this is half done.
Half, yeah.
What is this constituent threat listed on the bill?
The what?
It says constituent threat, that there was correspondence with the clerk regarding a constituent threat.
Yeah. We called the sheriff and he went out and talked to him.
Who?
Mr. Penix.
What happened?
I never did hear. What happened? Did the sheriff come back and tell you what he did? I know he was going out
He
and
just
talked to him.
talked to him.
Okay, just talked to him, I guess.
Well, what-
We never got a copy of the report or anything.
What kind of threat initiated that?
He threatened the whole board.
Okay.
In writing. On a complaint. Then he filed a lawsuit.
Was it part of the lawsuit, like a legal complaint?
I don't think that was part of the lawsuit.
Mhm.
Or it was like a zoning complaint, or, I mean, I didn't
Something
hear about this from
on
anybody, so.
the cabinet.
Okay.
Well, that's,
LP, fire trucks. This is Verizon, it's got the building inspector's phone on it also.
So, another item here on the attorney bill says Penix suit, which again, we haven't received anything on. And then it says review correspondence, Tokyo Marine regarding coverage.
Right,
Tokyo Marine.
that's our insurance company.
Okay, so that's not the typical one that we pay, because that goes through a different company, right?
they sold off our policy of liability to Tokyo.
Yeah, it's always been Tokyo Marine. It's just there's a,
Middleman.
They take the policy,
Yeah.
they give you $2 million in liability or $5 million, and then they sell it to 5 different companies.
Isn't that where Justin works now?
yes, he works for Tokyo Marine. I don't know what his,
We've had Tokyo Marine long time before Justin ever worked there.
yeah.
I just haven't seen the
And
name
Justin
before.
isn't the one handling this.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Other communications about that sign, but the sign still stands. I'm very confused.
I don't think we can do anything about the sign.
What?
I don't think there's anything we can do about the sign.
Tear it down.
No?
You can't put it back up.
We can't take it down.
Have you talked to the road, or I'm sorry, to MDOT about it?
Really?
Yes, I wanted them to take care of it at the beginning, but.
That was when it came up last month.
Everybody was so
You know-
assured that that sign was gonna come down.
Well, I mean, that if we contacted MDOT, that they would have to be responsive since it's in the right of way, that it was just a matter of bugging them enough to get them to do it. Can you refresh my memory on the solution job deposit? The 145203?
That's the half for the new camera and recording system.
Hmm.
We had to pay for half for them to order the parts.
But it's not the same type of camera.
No, it's not the same kind of type of recorder either.
It's gonna be basically what we had on all other areas. It will cover,
It is.
it will cover the campaign box and the entry. It's a larger scope of coverage.
And it's a continual run.
Correct.
So this is 50% down for that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Looks like a lot of money spent
They'll be
here.
back in for Tim real quick.
15,
Did you guys have stuff
15,
going on at Patty's
6,
tonight?
7, that's 37 hours.
We turned the
For
keys
one
over.
issue?
There was a bunch of cars over there.
That's what-
Yeah, it's the family. They got
That was the issue.
power of attorney and
37
over and
hours.
everything. So we took the signs down,
You
we
want-
took the lock off, we gave it to them upstairs.
One was when we found it, and the other one was probably when we got the,
16, 16, 16, 16. There's not that many hours in a single day.
I just having the first name, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
I would ask a couple follow-up questions.
I'll slide over maybe.
No,
Again.
it's all the same.
No, we had Ken down there because
Yeah, okay.
one person found
now the
out.
family's got power of attorney and power of
Yeah, Burke had told me that they.
We're done with it. We were paying them so that
That's a nice house, but it falls into disrepair.